great event.
Thank you.
So, can one of you tell me about your recent event success? Just tell me about the whole thing.
It was good. I don't know how to put it into just one word. That's a 20-minute answer for a 2-second question. It was great. It was fun to work as a team, as members together, and I know that we touched a lot of hearts. That's for sure.
So, tell me about the effort that went into getting ready for your event.
Sometimes that was hectic. Sometimes it was pressure. We did get through it.
I think it was a little easier because we actually got to know the patients prior to hosting the event. And a lot of the patients that we brought in were patients that he had already prepped prior to the event. So it was easier for us to be able to tell them and let them know, it was something that we were privileged to have. So
Yeah, that's right.
It sounds like that's a good suggestion for other clinics as they're preparing for these events to really look at certain things with their database. What were the certain things that you guys looked at?
Well, opportunities everywhere, and that's what we were trying to focus on, was what opportunity can we turn around. Some patients were asked to come and they just had recently purchased because they didn't want to miss out on the REM. Other patients also, we were pretty close to the patient base there. Some of the patients stayed away purposely and told me later how did it go and so forth, and we stayed away because we knew there would be lots of things going on. I don't know, the community really came together. It absolutely did. It was very supportive.
to me, I feel like it was easy because we were able to explain to them what the REM was and how they were going to benefit out of it. So it was easy for them to accept the invitation to come to the event.
Yep.
How did you, when you were telling a patient about it, how did you explain it to them that it seemed to make sense or click for them?
Well, I am fairly new to the office, and so what I did is when I was in my outreaching programs or whatever, I told them that we were having a specialist, a doctor, an audiologist, coming with a special machine that could measure and tell how their hearing aids were working in their ear, and to just be able to, they were excited to just know if their hearing aids were prescribed correctly.
So you'd call that a bit of a wow then?
Yeah. A big wow.
Yeah.
What do you think the secret was to your success as a team there?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, just working together, and we really just had each other's back. When someone needed something, we were Johnny on the spot, and just it really flowed, and it worked really well.
Communication helped out a lot. To be able to understand each other when, he didn't have to come to me and tell me I need this, I need that. I already knew just by him, coming to the front, I knew what he needed. So it made it easier.
Yeah. We've experienced success because we trust each other. There's no question that we can work under pressure and succumb and just take care of each other, no matter what hits us.
So if there's another clinic that's never done one of these events before, and they're getting ready for their first event, what would you want them to know that you think will help them be successful?
I think to reach out to everybody. Just the flyers that we got from you guys was very helpful. I was able to hand those out to people that I knew. So that helped generate, and then just getting on the phone to clients that we knew needed to have a better hearing benefits.
I want to dovetail on that. I got out of the way. I got my ego out of the way. So I actually just lived patient first. So in other words, it's all about the patient. So I made a choice to be intentional and to just stay out of those decisions and include everybody.
And is there like a special story or experience that you guys recall going through the event? There always seems to be one.
Yeah, there's a couple.
We
of them.
did.
You want to talk about Carlos?
I think you should talk about Mr. Lee.
Mr. Lee. Yes, this gentleman's been with the practice for over a decade, and about 3 years ago, I talked him into getting some ricks. Well, he's got a real convoluted turn at the first bend of the ear canal bilaterally. And there are points, corners on the rick receiver that kept gouging his ear canal consistently. And he's a very tolerant man because he just had a lot of pain. And he was well past the return policy. And I told him, I said, you know, Ken, I know that you've come here and you've been thinking about going to Costco and somewhere else, and you love us as a family. So just come to this REM and see what comes of it. And the great thing is I cannot think of all things at the same time. And so the specialist that was with us was an AUD, which I'm really happy to work with. She reminded me that we do have RICs that actually are OTEs, and it just neglected to think about that. And I fit him, and the man is happy again, and he's back with family. So it was a great success to restore that relationship for sure.
Very nice. And then one last question. So, what would you do different the next time you do this event?
Probably include more.
Yeah.
Probably extend it more than
Yeah.
3 days.
Yeah.
Just reach out to communities more.
I think with the
Sure.
if we were to do this again, we already know how to prepare for it. So I think it would be easier for us to bring in more patients than what we did the first time. I think the first time, it was our first time. We didn't know what we were going to get out of it or how to get started or anything or what to expect. So I think the next time we do it, I think we know already what we need to do. So.
You know, I want to add one thing as possibly a final comment to those that are watching this. I know you're probably thinking, wow, they must have had a really successful event, so therefore there's going to be returns. Honestly, we have no returns. 0 returns.
That's exciting. That speaks a lot to
Yes, it does.
to getting it right for the patient
That's correct.
right out of the gate.
That's
Right.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very good. Is there anything else that you guys would like to add that I didn't ask about?
Yeah, don't be afraid of how many people you're going to be seeing. Booking, 30 minutes, it seems like, wow, that's going to be a lot. It was, 20 people,
Yeah.
more than
20
20 people a day. It seems like it's overwhelming. Just,
Go with
it's
it.
one appointment at a time, just one person at a time, and have fun with it.
Yeah. When you work as a team, you can easily do 20 people a day.
Yeah. It flowed good.
Sure. It sure did.
Yeah.
We didn't get behind.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah.